Hey guys, got here a quick look at patch 7.7.1, which is a bug fix patch. As I'm sure many of you know, the change to Unreal Engine 5 has come with numerous issues, some extremely game-breaking, some just mild annoyances, but it seems a lot of them were actually fixed here, and we'll just go over, I guess, the main ones. First of all, Ultimate Weapon is now, I believe, matching its description, finally. I think I've been so confused about Ultimate Weapon because they said they were going to make one change, but then that change didn't go live, but it did go live, but the description didn't change. One part of it did go live with the I just so confused. So I think we have an actual definitive explanation of what Ultimate Weapon finally does in the game now, which is survivors within 32 meters of a locker scream and show their position when you trigger Ultimate Weapon. So that is, I think, the final version of it we're going to have now. I'm not sure. Again, I was very confused, but I think that's where we're at now. Interesting to note, Chaos Shuffle will open on May 16th, which is a little over a week from now, which is nice. I'm excited to actually try something different in a mode that I actually want to play more than once, so that should be cool. It's got its own tome as well, which is nice. It's going to come with its own rewards as well, which have a couple of little charms and backgrounds, things like that, little minor stuff. But yes, so a couple of things first. These are whatever. Big one right here, the Hunter's Inhuman Brute cosmetic sound being too low. That was a very widespread complaint. It was definitely a pay-to-win kind of skin because reading a hatchet was very, very hard to hear. Seems like they've addressed that, which is great. Huge one here, potential fix for issue that caused rubber banding when moving. This is affecting everybody, including me. It was very inconsistent. I didn't know how to reproduce, but every once in a while, he would just teleport backwards as killer or survivor. Very, very frustrating. So hopefully, now they've said they fixed it. Hopefully it's actually fixed. We'll see in game, but that is very, very good if that's true. Same thing with the stutter at the end of several interactions. It was part of this combination of making the game feel very sluggish, most likely due to the engine changes, and hopefully those things are now addressed. So this is all very good stuff. Also very good here, fixed an issue which allowed Victor to be crawled sooner than 30 seconds after latching onto a survivor. A lot of people get very confused about this. They keep seeing that they said added the ability to recall Victor at any time. They meant while he's out and about, not while he's attached to a survivor. You were never supposed to be able to recall him like 8 or 9 seconds later after hitting somebody. That makes him, or makes the twins, wildly overpowered. And the fact that people were saying, no, that's intended, it's fine, was blowing my mind. Twins is not supposed to be that ridiculous. Twins is still extremely good, but that was making the twins like bustedly stupid strong to the point where people just were not even trying anymore. So that issue was fixed. I'm glad that there's clarification on that now, because no, she was not supposed to be that strong. You guys were on crack if you thought that was intended. And this should put her back to a respectably strong, but not basically unbeatable level, which is good. Victor now glows red after downing an injured survivor with a pounce attack, properly indicating he can be crushed. His glow was screwed up for a while as well. He was glowing white, indicating that he was not really able to be kicked. But it seems they fixed that now finally. Victor can no longer latch on the survivors with the endurance effect. Also good. That was very inconsistent. Sometimes you would dead hard and Victor would latch onto you, and sometimes he wouldn't latch onto you. It was just very, very inconsistent. And then a whole bunch of other little fixes that just make everything feel a nice little bit better. None of them are super game-breaking or anything like that. Just little minor things that are overall just good. Not really worth going over individually, though. Potential energy exploit was fixed, which is very good. People were starting to abuse that more and more. It's kind of lame that it took several videos being made about it to finally get it fixed, but I'm just happy it's fixed anyway. It shouldn't take, more than a month and a half to have a game-breaking issue like that fixed, but I'm happy it's fixed now, so that's excellent. A couple of little UI issues here. There was a couple of other little things that I did want to talk about. RPD, I believe, is going to be re-enabled now. It seems like they fixed a lot of the phantom issues, and areas where you could land on places you shouldn't be able to. I'm assuming that pallet at the top of the staircase that's unable to be kicked from one side is most likely fixed as well. I'm not 100% sure, but we will, I guess we'll see. Interesting that the Greenvale Square double pallet feature, apparently that was a bug. We weren't sure if that was an intentional change or not, but no, apparently it was a bug that the double pallets were not spawning on those very weak tiles, because those tiles with only one pallet are basically useless, but with two of them, they become an actually interesting, mind game between the killer and the survivor. So apparently that was bugged. We didn't actually know that, but no, I guess that actually was a bug, which is pretty funny. They also fixed a couple of issues in Hawkins where you would just run into things that don't exist and run through things that do exist. This is caused by map desync, so that is very good that is fixed. a couple of other fixes for Hawkins as well. You could actually hide items in the floor, pretty minor thing, but you definitely could do that. And then it seems like everything else is mostly just little minor tweaks, just little collision things that have happened. I'm sure you guys have noticed getting stuck on random things a bit more since the engine change. I have definitely noticed that as well. So a couple of other things like that were changed. I don't want to go line by line because there's just so many. But overall, I think this is good. They really did fix most of the main issues that came with the patch, as long as what they're saying actually did happen and these things are actually fixed. It seems like most of the main exploits and bugs and all that stuff are now fixed, and they actually finally fixed the strobing issue for real, I guess, now, which would be great. So this does bring up the point, though. They did fix the Hunter sound effect really quickly, which implies they can fix audio levels really quickly, which implies the question, why haven't they fixed Survivor audio levels after God knows how many years? So that's the, I guess that's the answer to that one argument I proposed a couple of videos back. So other than that, though, this is all really good stuff. Mostly the things that we wanted to be fixed are now fixed, and that is all good. Honestly, no real downsides to this whatsoever. Thanks for watching.